In this video, I'll teach you how to use spine path and path constraints. It is a simple but very powerful feature that can save you a huge amount of time and effort. I use path to create some of the special effects for my game. Effects like this one, for example. So, what is path and how do you use it? The best way to explain it is by example. Let's say you need to move this star from here all the way over here, and then back here again. One way to do that is by moving the star manually with the transform tool, and then setting the keyframes. If you have a Spine Essential license, this would be pretty much your only option, by the way. But this way is time-consuming, and there is a good chance the movement will not look as smooth as you wanted it to be. But what if you could just draw a line and let the star move along this line automatically? Well, this is exactly what path and path constraints do. Let's design this star animation together to learn how to work with path constraints. First, we need to create a simple rig. In the setup mode, I'm switching to the Create tool, clicking on the root bone to select it, then holding Ctrl key on my keyboard and selecting the star image. Then, let's click on top of the image to create a small bone, like that. Now, let's select the root bone again and press New, Path. You need to enter a name for a new path, so let's call it Ellipse. Great! And now for the fun part, let's go ahead and draw the path. I'm just clicking here to create the first dot. No need to hold the left mouse key, it is just a single click. Excellent! Now you can see an orange line, and this is basically the path that I was talking about. Don't worry if the line looks a bit weird right now, we will make adjustments later. Now let's click on the right side like so, and then close the ellipse by clicking on the starting point. Good! The points that we've created are called knots, and each one of the knots has two handles. You can adjust the shape of the path by rotating the handles, like so, or by moving them, like so. The path is very flexible, and you can give it pretty much any shape you want. Once you've done, just close the Edit Path window to save the changes. If you'll ever want to change this path in the future, just click this Edit Path button. Okay, the next step is to make the star move along the path. Let's select the star bone, press New, Path Constraint, and pick the path that we've created before. The name of the constraint will be Ellipse, and you can change it if you want, but now we'll just click OK. See, the star has moved to the starting position of the path, and it's finally time to make it move. I'm going to the tree view on the right and moving the position slider handle to the right, like that. It already starts to look awesome. You can play with the rotation or even make it move backwards, whatever suits your needs. At the meantime, let's set the values back to 0, since we're still in the setup mode and we want to keep the default values there. Alright, once it's done, let's proceed to the Animate mode to create our first path animation. I'm making sure that the path constraint is selected and setting the position keyframe to 0 on the frame number 0. Then, let's go to the frame number 20 and set the position to 50%. And then, on the frame number 40, let's set it to 100%. Great! The star has returned to its initial position. Let's hit play to see how it looks. Excellent! The star moves along the path. The movement is very smooth, and all you needed to do was create 3 keyframes. Okay, let's take this animation one step further. The path itself can be animated as well. We can rotate it, change its position, and even scale it differently. So, let's try it out. Selecting the path, going to the frame number 0, and rotating it a tiny bit to capture the keyframe. Then, proceeding to the frame number 20 and rotating it all the way down. By the way, make sure that the Auto Key option is switched on, so that the keys will be created automatically when you make changes. Alright, now going back to the frame number 0, selecting the key, then pressing Ctrl+C to copy it, moving to the frame number 40, and pressing Ctrl+V to paste the key there. Hitting play. Now the movement looks even better. Now I'm going to teach you another cool thing that you can do. You can create multiple path constraints for the same path. To do that, let's switch back to the setup mode, select the star bone, and then copy and paste it. Then, let's make the new star a bit smaller by changing its scale to 0.7 on both X and Y axes. OK. And finally, let's click New, Path Constraint, and select the ellipse path. Let's give a name to the new constraint and make sure it is a unique one. Otherwise, Spine will not let you create the new constraint. To keep it simple, I'm just calling it ellipse 2. Alright, now the new star has moved to the starting position, but it's the same position as the first star, and this is not what I wanted. I would like the small star to always be at the opposite side of the path. This one is a bit tricky, so how do we do that? Let's switch to the Animate mode, select the ellipse 2 path constraint, and on the frame number 0, set the position to 50%. Alright, now the stars are located opposite each other. Then, on the frame number 20, let's set the position to 100%. And on the frame number 40, well, it's only reasonable to put it back to 50% to close the loop. Hitting play to see how it looks. OK, you can see that the smaller star moves back and forth on the lower part of the path, ignoring the upper part completely. Now, how do we fix that? Well, the fix is quite simple. We just need to change the position value on the frame number 40 from 50 to 150. As you can see, this is actually the same spot as before, when the position was at 50%. The major difference is that now we tell the star to move forward to the greater value, and it's supposed to do that by moving through the upper part of the path. Let's hit play to see if it works. Yes, that's exactly what we needed. Lastly, you can turn off this orange line visibility to see how the actual animation will look like. To do that, you'll need to go back to the setup mode, go to the tree view, find the slot containing the path, and uncheck the visibility for the slot. Make sure you uncheck the slot and not the path itself, otherwise the animation will not work as intended. Hitting play. Awesome! The animation plays exactly the same, but the orange line is not visible anymore. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.